Rubber Ducky here. Welcome to episode 12 of the German campaign in Close Combat 3. Thank you to everyone who's been watching and engaging. If you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button, like the video, and turn on notifications. The new video format from episode 11 has been well received, so we're going to continue more of that right now. So nothing's changed as far as the battlefield goes, but some of the spawn locations have. So right here, I do worry about them spawning in the forest if we set up right there. So that's kind of a concern. I still like this location, but that does give me pause. What is this? That's a different texture. Oh, you know what? It's on the other ones. I'm stupid. I think it's the shadow of the mine's label. There's one in the exact same spot behind each one. So we'll just pretend that didn't happen. But yes, they do have the ability to spawn on our side, so that's a concern. Everybody needs rest, but we'll have to deal with that in a minute. Let's see. We have 104 points right now, so that's actually not a bad place to be starting this off. Let's do a refit real quick. Let's look at Brunner and see what kind of prices we're looking at. I know as a single man, he's not ideal. As much as I want the tank, I don't think it's worth 93. Or, I mean, it is, but not at this moment when that's all we got. Panzer III, 81. There's no Panzer IV. It's unavailable. That's kind of interesting. So I guess I've lost ability to get that. Oh, okay. We finally have access to the Wufrahmen. We got one half track available. We can't afford two of them, but I'm half tempted to take that, even though that's half of our points. I'm going to give it a second, but I think we're going to take that. So I don't think we want to go with a half track. Maybe we give him a three-man squad instead of just a single man. But let's unrest Mulligan, and we definitely want to keep him with us. I don't know if we take an extra mortar, but we still have Quellis. We do have two AT guns. I don't know if we need another mortar at this moment. I wouldn't mind one just in general, but I don't know if that's where we spend our points. Because that would be like 35 or something plus the 54. That pretty well wipes us out if we put 6 into Brunner. So maybe we do rocket, and we are going to need to rename the rockets. I do have a request in for Rambo as a SS unit. We don't have SS units yet, so I'm thinking just since that's the next name up, Rambo is going to become the half track for right now, but you can still be an SS unit once we get there. I also think Rambo's kind of a fitting name. The only other good name there, I think, would be John Matrix. If you know the reference, you'll know. So what else? Only elite infantry is still sniper. We got exactly 50 points we can play with. And I kind of think we're still going to use 6 of them in Brunner. So we don't really have 50. We got 44. If there was something for 50, we might take it. What else? No, we don't want armor. We know that there's nothing there. We don't want a light tank. So let's see. What else have we not looked at? Support. We got the rockets. I don't think there was really anything else here. We could take an AT gun. That'd leave us 9. That would still give us enough to get Brunner upgraded. We could take a mortar. That's 37. We could do... I don't know. Do we need another AT gun? We kind of don't. Everybody wants me to get back at the tanks, but right this minute, there's not a lot of tank options. I would take a Panzer IV if there was one. So I'm going to take this other AT gun, and let's unrest Waldo. I don't know why I skipped him, but let's unrest him. We're going to take this other AT gun for right now, just while we're on the defensive, and we're just going to see what happens, because we do want to have the firepower, and Costa needs rest. This AT gun is actually going to become Andy's Raiders. Andy's Raiders is supposed to be a mortar team. We don't have another mortar team right now, so you're going to be an AT gun for a minute, and on our next mortar purchase, we will switch you over. But we still got some like kind of field artillery thing going on right here with the AT gun, so it's at least in the right niche. And now we are left with 9 points, so we're going to refit Brunner. And I still don't know if when they need rest, if that's like mandatory and something bad's going to happen, or if they're going to fatigue easier and I just have to deal with it. So I think I'm just going to keep these guys. We're just going to fight the fight and hope that it doesn't go horribly wrong, and we've got enough units that we can figure it out for the next one. Okay, so Moriarty, you cannot be in their trench. And I think we're going to do the same kind of strategy as last time. We're going to have the two, like the 88 and one of the AT guns up here. But now that we have an extra one, I think Costa's the one that needs rest. So let's get him out of there. Andy's Raiders. Okay, Jorge, somewhere here is where he can see the hill. Let's see, where was it? Right there. He can see the road, all of the road. Actually pretty well into their territory. Not so much there. The trench is in the way. But I think this was pretty close. Still got the hill. Still can't do anything about it. There are some lines through the trees there, deep into their territory, and we can still see all the road. I like that spot. I also want to use defend on these guys at the beginning, just so if they got a shot, they take it instead of wasting time waiting for me to switch. So since Costa's the guy that needs the rest, I am going to move him to the back just in case there is any sort of consequence to not giving him rest. But hopefully still an active spot. I've got him a little tiny bit further north than he usually is. So he's still got some obstruction with the burned out buildings, but hopefully he can also shoot far enough, like almost due east, that if they come across there in between the minefield, we can put some rounds on them. And I don't know. Maybe we do. I wonder if we put him defend right, so his biggest priority is over here, just in case, because it's not like they're going to get to the road without me already firing on them from the other two guns. And by the time they destroy one of those and they're coming down the road, we could turn Costa if we needed to. He can't see there, which is good. They shouldn't be able to see him. Mulligan, Quellas, and Andy's Raiders. Let's see. Let's get you. I don't know. I think you were further north than this last time. I don't remember. But there is view on the hill. View across the road there. But this is the problem. When he's this far south, the buildings block his view of the road. Get Brunner out of there. And let's see. Still kind of low. He might have to stay low. I don't want him on top of Jorge to where one mortar can get them both. But I also want him in a place where he's actually effective and not going to be just sitting there. So I hope this is a decent enough spot. He's in the circle. Let's get this guy pulled back a little bit. Maybe down. That's better. I'm still thinking we have recon and reserve down here covering where they might come from if they're somewhere in the building or near the minefield. So these guys will cover our southern flank, but not the rear. Moriarty's so focused on getting off the battlefield, he's only covering the rear. Mulligan, we can't get him far enough forward that he can visually see everything, really, but I do like the idea of him having some sort of line of sight around him so that if we need to crawl him up or something, somebody's spotting an enemy, he can drop rounds. The question is Rambo. Where do we put Rambo? Actually, we won't really be able to test with Rambo because he can shoot over. We need to find somebody. Let's see. Let's just take like, I don't know. I don't want to move Costa. Let's take Moriarty. Sorry, just do a quick test here. Get a rough line of sight estimate on it. Ooh. If somebody's actually on the hill, yeah, see, if somebody's actually on the hill, they could see into there. That's how Quellas got shot in the Stug before. So even all the way behind the forest is not good enough. That's better. That's pretty good. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Interesting. He's got 359 meters of visibility there. I wouldn't have expected that. I like that spot. That's not bad. What about all the way up at the top? I didn't think about it, but let's actually check the reverse angles for him. He's actually got good line of sight there too, surprisingly. He can actually see the top of the hill. That might not be great. I think that's as far north as he can go. We might be better off down here and use these buildings to the right a little bit as some sort of cover. And that's hoping behind the trees and everything, hoping that that's going to turn out to be a thick enough defense for him. We've got everybody kind of positioned. I don't think we need anything else. I apparently forgot to rename this Brunner after I upgraded him, so he's group leader. He's still going to be Brunner. And hold on. Waldo does not need to be there. We do need him. I think we put him down here to scout for these guys since they're kind of on their own, just out in the open. Let's get him targeting the right. Why can't I get it? There we go. I want him a little bit further forward without being yellow. All right, good enough. I think we got everybody pretty well covered. I don't see anything egregiously wrong. I know Moriarty doesn't have a lot of cover. He's just going to have to deal with it. So put some hotkeys on these real quick. I don't plan on like maneuvering a ton of infantry. My biggest fear is a tank that pops up, so I want to be able to get on the AT guns quick. All right. Let's get this up here in the top. I'm still torn a little bit if I like it in the top or the bottom. I think it's easier to see in the bottom. I think it's... Oh, hold up. Nope, that's a dead one. That's a dead one. Only that one tank, but he's behind cover. I do think they're... Like, the screen's easier to see with those up in the top, but they're easier to read when they're down low, kind of more in the center of the screen. I kind of wish they were just in the taskbar at the bottom. Rocket out. Whoa, way miss. That's a good explosion, but way miss. Let's see. One at a time. One at a time. Okay. Doesn't say we actually got a hit or got damage. Another huge miss. And I was told I get 6 rounds before the reload. If that's correct. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I've got 2 more shots, and then there's like a 30-minute process before I can use the last 6 rounds. So get these used right now. Hope we get a hit. But then if we're still here in 30 minutes, he's got his reload. So we're going to put him on hold for right now. We did not get a hit. I mean, it looks like we hit it, but I can't believe it didn't destroy it. That kind of sucks. So we decided that Jorge can't really target him. What about Costa? Yeah, no good there. What if we get Costa? Oh, hold up. All right, Jorge. I think he got a hit. It says he's damaged. Destroyed. KV2. Burning. Okay. Perfect. And then we do need to get... they already want a truce. Nope. Oh. Another one. Jorge, get on that. Okay. BT7 damaged, BT7 burning. Okay. We got another BT7 somewhere I didn't see. Smoke this guy. He's turning his turret. Another hit. KV2 is damaged. Hit again. Destroyed. Another KV2. Awesome. Jorge, you are saving the day. All right. Okay. Oh, nope. What about... Okay. Andy's Raiders. And it wasn't Costa I was thinking. I wanted to check the line of sight on. It was Andy's Raiders. We moved Costa to the back. There we go. Jorge. Andy's Raiders can also see it. Oh, they both shot and missed. He's turning around. He might come back. Come back. No. Okay, stay on defend. I mean, they want to stay back there. And that's okay if they keep moving around and we can pick them off one at a time. But I like our chances right now. I want to see them push. We got some infantry that showed up here. I only see 2. I think it's a machine gun team. So there's probably 1 or 2 of them in the bunker. let's maybe drop some mortars on him. All right. Ooh, that's not too bad. So, if we can get this without him seeing us, then we'll kind of feel okay going into the ceasefire with a little bit of ground reclaimed. If we can actually maybe get this T-34, though. He's shooting back. Okay, perfect. Beautiful. I am worried about the tank that's got line of sight on the northern breach and the house, but I think we smoked the machine gun team. I think we smoked the tank maybe if we have to. And we can get the house. I don't know if we can get to the breach, but if we at least take the house, that pushes them back. We regain a little bit of land, and we're looking like maybe we're not just the pushover that I think they believe us to be. He hasn't moved this whole fight. The KV-1 doesn't want to do anything. I haven't really considered dropping mortars on him. Not because I think we'll kill him. I don't think we will kill the KV-1 with mortars, but we could always drop a couple on him to see if he'll move. We still somehow just cannot get that mortar team. They keep crawling in and out of that bunker, but even when they land on it, like that one guy laying next to it, he's been hit like 4 times and isn't dead. So we're almost to the house. He's got line of sight, I feel like, right? But I don't know. Let's crawl down behind. With us taking a flag, who knows if they'll actually push up to try and interfere with that. Same teams are just still sitting stationary. I do think I'm okay taking the ceasefire at this point. We've killed several vehicles. They've asked me for a truce like, I don't know, 5 or 6 times. I'm mostly just not doing it because I want to kill more of them. But if they're down to 1 or 2 tanks that we can't find, I don't want to waste time here. We're still waiting on the reload with the rockets, so that's not going to happen. AT gun. I haven't tried the AT gun. Rotate and fire. Miss. We were a little short. That did spook him a bit. Okay, we lost sight of him. I don't know. We can still see him. It keeps telling us we could target them, and then one guy flinches, and it's like, no, never mind. All right, mortars on these guys real quick. We do still have 18 rounds. All right. House is ours. We're going to smoke the tank. Try and maybe creep up a little bit, and then take the breach. In fact, hold on. What if we could do that? We could also try and go up behind the trench instead of just crawl right at it. You know what? Who else do we have? Let's just get Mulligan to stay behind the trench and move, and let's just have Marigotas stay in the house, hold the house. Oh, wait. Nope, not on defend. Ambush. There we go. Have them stay in the house. They can hold it down, and they also don't have to recross the road that they made it across. See? Infantry's moving. I think that they don't like us taking the flags. I don't know if we can get them, but we're going to try. Now, I'm told not to keep repositioning the mortars, but I mean, that makes sense for like a stationary target. But these guys are moving, right? So, like, I got to keep the mortar, like, kind of near them. Like, that was actually a really good shot. No AT gun. I do want to keep the mortar kind of stationary if it will stay on them. But if they're moving fast, I got to move the mortar as well, right? I just want to move it as few times as possible. Okay, I know you're running low on ammo. It's okay. Just use it all. Tank's firing. Or, I'm sorry, not the tank, but the AT gun. These are good shots. We're just not killing. Come on. 3 rounds left. So, instead of using the mortars on the tank to try and move him, I kind of went for the infantry just because I wanted to get some kills. But it did not go well. Says we can hit him. Who's this? KV-1. Uh-oh. Jorge can't see him. Andy's Raiders. Do your thing, Andy. Hit, but ricochet. Let's smoke right here. Oh! Wow, okay. Andy's Raiders got the KV-1 kill. 2 shots. Oh, go back to ambush. I was worried about them getting shot by the tank because he was looking right at him. I don't know who he was looking at, but he was looking their direction. So I smoked. We didn't need it. They have a team up there in the trench. Hold on. Hold on. They actually have more guys up there. I think we're ready for the truce. We got so much of their armor that it seemed prudent to take the truce with the upper hand before we lost anyone. And look, a major victory. I bet you didn't expect that 2 videos ago. So we killed 6 infantry, we destroyed 5 tanks, we damaged a 6th tank, but most importantly, we have no casualties ourselves. And when you come over here to the operational briefing, we've lost 13 infantry, they've lost 29. But this part right here, 10 tanks, 1 AT gun, we've lost 3 tanks. That's life-changing. Even when you look at the campaign, I've lost 8 tanks, but that doesn't tell the whole picture because recently we've been doing far better and they've got 14 tanks lost. So 14 to our 8, I'm happy with that considering the way this campaign started. So I am stepping it up. Our kills are about half of theirs, or I'm sorry, our deaths are about half of their deaths. Our kills are twice. When we come in here, Brunner's maxed out in leadership, or, very close. Maxed out in experience. Waldo gaining morale. I like to see that. Marigotas getting morale. Moriarty has kind of stagnated with morale, but experience is going up. Quellis, apparently your driver is getting experience. I mean, he did not move, but your driver is getting better at sitting. Jorge, increasing morale. Increasing leadership in the gunner somehow. Apparently the gunner should be the leader. And experience pretty much across the board there. Rambo, increased morale from the driver. Again, driver didn't really do anything, but experience across the board with all 3 members. Costa, you didn't really do anything, but morale went up and gunner went up. So hopefully we can start getting a little bit more accurate shots. Andy's Raiders did some work. Everybody's doing a little bit better there. He's got some experience going on. Mulligan, obviously doing Mulligan things. If we come over and look at kills, we got some bravery in Marigotas. They were able to crawl in there and seize a flag for us, so that's awesome. Nothing. We got Jorge's got 3 of the tank kills, so that's awesome. That 88 has paid for itself. Let's see, what do we got here? We got 1 soldier kill with Rambo, and it was in the coax when we were shooting at the guys in the trench. Nothing really major, but we did get a kill with that. Andy's Raiders did get a tank kill. Costa got a tank kill. Mulligan only got 1 infantry kill, but he was laying smoke screens that we needed. So I appreciate him doing that. That's all in all a pretty solid performance. Let's see if it's reflected in the medals. Kind of surprising, no assault badges for Marigotas, but they got a interesting. Iron Cross second class down here for Jorge Castillo. But, they got recognized for bravery with Marigotas, so I'm kind of surprised they didn't get an assault badge. Costa did, and that's interesting. But, yeah, we got an Iron Cross. That's freaking nuts. We have to do another one. Let's do another one and see if we can keep this going. We didn't really notice the people needing rest being a problem. Maybe they still would be, and I just didn't get to see the exposure. But we'll see how that goes. We have 46 points this time around, so not a lot, but we do have a strong force already allocated. This mortar half-track has an MG34, has the mortar. I kind of like the idea of using it. It's all of our points, but I kind of like the idea of taking another mortar. But instead of spending, I think it's 37 on another infantry mortar, we spend 44 and we get the half-track, maybe carry a few more mortar rounds with us. So that's on the back burner for a minute. I'm currently planning not to rest anyone. I want to just keep them all, see if we can get through this. We got to get to day 8. If we take this mortar team, that does take a little bit of pressure off Mulligan. We can put a few more rounds down range. We can build bigger smoke screens, whatever we got to do. Mortar carrier is going to become Andy's Raiders because Andy's Raiders is supposed to be a mortar. And then our AT gun that is Andy's Raiders is going to change. We are going to put him back to Graf von Bonhoff. You're supposed to be a Stug. We do not have another one right now, and Quellis is currently occupying that spot. But we're going to get you a gun, and we're going to get you some anti-tank capability. Lastly, we do need to rename Brunner. I forgot to do that before, so my bad. We're going to get him taken care of. And I think now we're going to do it. All right, same plan as last time. Same units in generally the same places. Rambo, we kind of liked you down here. You still don't have line of sight, but you are hidden. Let's see. We had ambush. Waldo, we need down here. And ambush there. I still want him facing this way. Okay. Let's see. Graph, you are now an AT gun. Let's put Costa still down here. Not because I don't love you, not because I don't want you to get some action, but because you are still the fatigued team, and I don't know what that means. But if we get the opportunity to use you, you will get used. I've got him in a slightly different spot, I feel like, and I don't quite remember. He might have been a little bit lower. I think he might have been lower. I might leave him there. He's kind of exposed to the east. The buildings aren't covering him, but let's see. Let's get Jorge set up. Let's get these guys up top kind of lined up. He's got a due east shot to the hill, and I don't think he's as far back as he was before. I actually wanted him kind of in the exact same spot, to be honest. He had really good line of sight. Let's see. Brunner, we need to move you down. Probably right there is pretty good. And Graph, we decided we need you up high enough that you can see around the buildings onto the road. Although you do have really good line of sight on the hill there. Let's go higher. There's the road. And pretty good. I don't know that that's bad. I don't think they're going to rush us. I feel like if they were going to, they would have. I think the minefield kind of messes them up, to be honest. I'm not sure on that. I'm just guessing because they won't come past it. Let's see. Andy's Raiders is now a mortar. So I don't know if we put him down with Rambo or if we keep him up here where Mulligan's going to be. I kind of think both half tracks down here is easier to manage with them in the back with cover than putting him up there where we kind of have an unknown. We don't know if he's safe up there. Mulligan is safe in the forest, so we're going to keep him there. He's going to stay in Brunner's circle. Moriarty, you're going to help Mary Gotis down here. And we did get the flag. We pushed them back a smidge. If we can, we'll crawl up, but we don't really care. The biggest goal was just keep them from spawning on our side. And I think we've done that by taking back their flag. Everybody is set on ambush that we don't want to shoot. All of our guns are set on defend. Everybody looks pretty solid. The only guy that we maybe need to worry about is Quellis, but he can actually see up here somewhere. Where was it? Right there, all the way to the very tip top. So unless they're on the very top of the hill, they probably can't see him, but he can't really fight anybody. All right. They can't see him. They actually have good line of sight, though, if they were to try to find him. I think we got everyone. Maybe Costa face east, since I did move him further north. Like, he can see into this spot, so maybe he needs to actually cover to the east instead of the northeast. And where was it? Very top front. So from the middle down and just the very top front of that little dark spot sticking out. All right. Let's get some hotkeys set up real quick. I need some better ones than I had last time. I didn't like the order of them. I think, though, one problem I'm going to have is I'm going to have to remember what they are this time and not use the ones I figured out last time. And then I'll have to figure out how I want them keyed in the future. I might like a hotkey that's got, like, you know, the cluster of guns that are together that can probably target the same thing all as one hotkey, but right now they're just individual. All right, one target, kind of hidden. I think just the tank's actually blocking him. The dead tank carcass, I think that's what's covering him. We're going to move these back up. I'm still, as I said in the previous battle, I'm still torn if I like him up top, but I'm starting to get used to him up top that it feels out of place. Nobody else. We could drop some mortars on him. They basically never wanted to move from the back last time, so let's see if we can force his hand and get him to drive up. With shots like that, no. The answer is no. There we go. There we go. And we still have 34 rounds left with Mulligan, so I'm not going to be super shy about using mortars. Again, we don't really think we're going to get a kill. We don't even care if we get a hit. I just don't want him to get comfortable and just sit there for the whole fight. Oh, there we go. That tank's going to cover him, though. And what about a better line of sight from Graf? Graf can see him. Engage. Uh-oh, he's turning his cannon. Maybe a hit. Yep, immobilized. Perfect. Nice shot in the flank right there. Let's put some smoke on him. Front shot. I know we lose sight of him. He also loses sight of us. He's staring right at us, so that's what we want. I think that's probably pretty good. Jorge can't see him. We're still hitting him. Uh-oh, they do have a mortar back. I guess they decided they needed that after we've been pummeling them with impunity. Let's see. Got a T-34. There we go. Jorge, do your thing. Beautiful. They already requested truce. T-34 is destroyed. Got another hit. I don't know if that KV-1 up there is actually going to die. I don't know if we'll know if it dies. I think their mortar's right here. We're doing it. We're going to use both mortars, and we're just going to bomb this area real quick, see if we can get some hits. I mean, that's way off. That's way off. There we go. Let's just get the whole area, guys. Got somebody else. Oh, big infantry. Hold on. Recalling mortars. See if we can get these guys that are running in the open. I know. Don't move the mortars. But they're running full sprint. We got to stop them. Okay. We're still getting hits. I mean, that tank's got to be dead, right? What was it? Was it a KV-1? I already forgot. If it was a KV-1, maybe it's got some good frontal armor, but we've hit it like 6 times. It's all good. We're fine letting them use their ammo on that one tank. That trench actually offers very good cover because some of these shots are hitting and they're not hitting. So Andy's Raiders still engaging. Mulligan is holding for a minute. Andy's Raiders has extra ammo, so I'm okay with a few more rounds. What if we use Rambo to drop some rockets on these guys? That's not bad. 5 more rounds. So we did not get a refit on our ammo. Hold on. KV-2 on the move. Uh-oh, he's actually going faster than I thought he was. We didn't get extra ammo in our rockets. We only have the 6 rounds that we had left over from the last one. He's looking at us. Move these guys. Oh, maybe he's not. But the way he was coming down there looked like he was trying to go figure out who was shooting at him. No AT gun. Got another hit. Still can't see it. I'm thinking it's not a problem. Another hit. This KV-2, though, he's right in the right spot that he causes some problems for me. Oh, hold up. Rocket. Nope, went off the screen, I think. He causes some problems because we can't do a lot. Like, I had to move my half tracks. But I don't think he wants to come forward and get shot by Jorge. I don't know if we just use these last 2 rockets on him and see if they can get a little bit more accurate. I probably need to bring him to the front where he's got line of sight, and then that way they are better positioned to readjust fire. And last rocket, no hit. We got a T-34. No, it's a BT-7. BT-7. Can we get him? No. Bunker's in the way. Building's in the way. So they've got tanks that we can't get. That's kind of our limiting factor. Rambo's out of rockets. Hopefully he'll get a refit after this battle going into battle 8. Yep. Graf's almost out of ammo. That makes sense. I've just been opening up. BT7 rolling up. Keep coming. You're almost there. Drop. That is a long reload. I expected him to send their first round. Okay, so KV2 is moving south. Again, I don't know if it's because he's looking for our AT gun and mortar and stuff that are firing, but he is moving, so we'll have to keep that in mind. They asked for another truce. I'm about ready to take one, only because I think we do have them kind of depleted, that I don't know that we're really going to be able to get more kills if they won't advance on us. We don't have anything to push into them with them having known armor back there. If we'd killed their armor, that's a little different. But with them having tanks in weight, we don't want to take them. There's no other units, so I think we take the truce. We did get another minor victory. Not as big as last time, but I don't know that they had that much for us to kill this time. We did lose 2 infantry troops ourselves. We destroyed 1 tank. We damaged 2 tanks. And we killed 1 of their infantry and wounded another. I'm trying to think when we killed an infantry. I wonder if it was our rocket that landed near their tank. So we are sitting at 3 tanks destroyed for ourselves, but 11 of theirs, and 8 of theirs damaged. So that's promising. We are getting ready to figure out how to fight them in the next operation. All right, Brunner, experience going up. Waldo, no change. Marigotis, morale going up. Moriarty, there we go. Morale going up across the board. Experience going up. Quellis, we got driver morale going up, and the leader's getting a little bit better. Jorge's where our casualties are. So we got incapacitated, wounded, 2 KIA, and an incapacitated. So they are the ones who took the hits for us. Rambo, getting some experience from the gunner position. That's what we need. Andy's Raiders, driver, again, like you moved 8 feet, cool, you got some experience, I don't know. Graph, we got experience going up. Costa, nothing. Mulligan, the loader, is getting a little bit more morale. Hopefully he'll be ready to send those rounds a little bit sooner. And I think overall, though, aside from the fact that Jorge took casualties, everybody's looking promising. They're ready for the next fight. If we go to kills, let's see. We did not have many. We know we didn't have many because we called this one quick. Jorge is at 1 tank kill. And interesting. Okay. Medals. No. Just wound badges. Okay. I mean, that's kind of expected. It was sort of like that. We didn't have a lot going on, but they're going to have to fight us on day 8, and I don't see them pushing us back. And I'm not sure exactly how it works, but I think we should have a solid victory if they can't push us back here, and we've messed them up this bad. Even if they beat us here, we're not going to have to fight them again. So, we can't really lose this, right? I don't think we can actually get defeated here. We're going to have, at the very least, some sort of a minor or decent victory. We are going to save the conclusion for the next episode. Make sure you're subscribed to find that one, and get ready for the battlefield to reset again as we look towards the next operation. Keep your feedback coming, and thanks for watching. Rubber Ducky, out.